Hi, great. How are you?
I'm doing well, thank you. Well, everyone, welcome to your next session. I'm super excited to introduce Bailee Cooper, Director of Partnerships at Sharma Brands. Today, Bailee is going to be going over a breakdown of how Sharma Brands attacks omnichannel marketing, examining a case study featuring 21 Seeds and the strategy of driving retail purchases through landing pages. So without further ado, Bailee, I'm going to hand it off to you. If you want to go ahead and share your screen, I'll let you know when I can see it, and you will be good to go.
Okay.
And then little fun fact about Bailee that I learned backstage is she was employee number 1. Is that correct at Sharma Brands, Bailee?
I was.
That's so exciting. Awesome. I can see your screen. It's a little small for some reason. I wonder.
Let's see. That's weird.
Honestly, it's okay. It's not too. There you go. That's perfect. Yeah, Bailee, you're good to go. Feel free to take it away from here when you're ready.
Awesome. Okay. So I'm Bailee. I was previously the director of design for Sharma Brands, overseeing all of our landing page and website builds. And it was one of our first projects, which was working with 21 Seeds tequila. So they make fruit infused tequila, really, really good. And they came to us to assist with increasing their presence both online and in retail. And so specifically for retail, they were focused on a few key states: California, New York, Texas, Massachusetts, Illinois, and Louisiana. They also had big retailers in those states, so Walmart, Costco, Target, amongst other retailers. And so we were given the task to figure out how we can drive online traffic into retail stores. So we took it into kind of a tiered approach where we had 2 separate landing pages that we were driving to. Tier 1 had was driving to a store locator, and Tier 2 was driving either to a store locator or to order online, with the store locator CTA being our primary. I'm going to show you our Tier 1 landing page. I do want to preface that this is about a year or 2 old, so there are things that I would optimize, which I will walk through. So let me see. Okay, I think you should be able to see. So here is the Tier 1 landing page. So introducing the product with a really nice product shot. Now I would probably suggest maybe someone drinking the product, but either way, clear shot, of what we're selling. And then having our CTA find a store, both on that hero and then also in the navigation. I also think it's really important to showcase, where we are being sold, especially in those larger retailers. So adding maybe like a promo bar or other iconography to show customers, hey, Target, there's one near me, let me go check it out. And then bringing down, we obviously want to educate why, someone would want to try this tequila. Going into a little bit of a founder story. The brand was just starting out at the time, and so really wanted to educate on how we were different. And the founding story was actually pretty relatable. It was, these women loved drinking wine, but didn't love the calories and the sugar, et cetera, that came with it. And so infusing their tequila with fruits made it basically drinkable and sippable. And so bringing that storyline in really resonated with the consumers and got them thinking, oh, I'm going to go buy wine anyway. Let me go try this tequila. And so going into, the variety we offer, I would probably today condense a lot of these paragraphs into more, bullet points or iconography, just to make it quickly skimmable. And then our CTA is find a store. So always we'll be driving to that store locator, where then users can, enter their zip code or, connect their location and see what's near them. Also want to show, once you're in the store, how are we different than, the competitors on the shelf next to us. So bringing in some sort of comparison chart. Some brands will even go the extra mile and call out direct competitors, which, could be helpful, especially when you're in retail and you're deciding between the two. Having that recognition and remembering, the differences is helpful. One thing I really wanted to point out was at the bottom, we have some recipes. And so the idea here is not only sell, the product, but show how you can really incorporate it into your everyday routine and try different, different combinations and really get fun with it. All of these CTAs will then lead to our recipe landing page, which again, CTAs are all driving to find a store. And so with similar content at the top, and then going into the ingredients and the recipes. So users can easily see, what they can make, the different varieties, and then CTA is find a store. So we're really making sure that the entire funnel is leading to a store locator. Again, coming in with, more information and more storytelling. And of course, definitely want social proof on your page. I would even consider or suggest bringing this up higher. Also, if you have any testimonials of people trying it in person, that can also drive people to want to try it at their local liquor store. So now going back to here, the tier 2 landing page was pretty much the same, except we were also giving the option to order online. We didn't want to completely, silo that customer base. So giving the option to order online as well, but we were mainly pushing the tier 1 landing page. And so we used a mix of paid media and email to drive the users to the landing pages. The ads were a mix of statics where we were showing the product clearly and, wanted to do best performing ad copy lines and then driving to the landing page. We also were using some UGC. So our team internally is able to make UGC for our clients. And so we were very excited to get some free tequila and create some content there, which we saw performed the best. And we usually see that across consumables. And so we had a fairly big budget. We spent around $250K a month over a 3-month period. And we had the tier 1 page targeting those key states. And then tier 2 was targeting all states that you're able to legally sell alcohol. And so the result was that we increased retail sell-through by about 3 to 5x. And we helped 21 Seeds become a bestseller in their category. They were, like I said, fairly new when they came to us and really needed to crack the code on how to translate, their brand story, their value props, and how they can best, drive sales into retail. We know that alcohol is a tricky business to sell online. And so retail is usually where the wins are. And so we measured this, and I think there are probably little bit stronger ways to measure, today, but we basically correlated our media plan with the in-store sell-through data from the retailers. And so every week we would just, evaluate performance based on the campaigns, and then compare it to the incremental revenue generated. Today I would say there are a lot of different, ways to go about it. One that I've been seeing recently is, you're landing on a landing page and getting a discount code that you're able to redeem in retail, in store, to help drive you there. Even if it's not a discount code, maybe it's just, a gift with purchase, or a way to just, connect with the consumer and make them feel like they, have skin in the game. And so within about 1 or 2 years, Diageo acquired 21 Seeds. They were growing incredibly fast, both online, but mainly in retail. I'm sure you've seen them before, at least in New York City. I'm walking down the streets and I'm seeing, full retail displays. And it's becoming a really, fun, different type of tequila, in my opinion. And, we targeted mainly women, and that seems to have resonated just across the board. And yeah. So I kind of went through that pretty quickly. But if there are any questions, I'd love to hear, or I don't know if we're almost at time.
No, you're good. I think I have a couple of questions for you, Bailee. Is like, when should a brand implement this strategy? Is it right away? Should they collect some sales first? Like, when is this most helpful for brands?
I would definitely say collect some sales first, just to understand, who you're even appealing to, both, in, different cities, in different demographic, like area, ages, gender. Like, we knew going in that it was heavily female. We knew which states, we were wanting to grow in. And that really helped, inform the rest of the strategy.
Totally. And 21 Seeds, it's such a fun brand. I personally love their tequila, like twist my arm to drink it. It's such a great product. I guess last question to just leave us off with are like, what are some brands in your mind that have like their websites that, to you, from like your expertise, are just doing a really good job?
Oh gosh. I would say one that stands out is Salud.
Yes.
They are an electrolyte powder, and they are also starting to push more in retail. And the way that the site is, and they actually are an example of a brand that calls out their direct competitors. So, like Pedialyte or Liquid IV,
Totally.
really making, that, and it's on the homepage too. So making that first impression really strong, and then being able to say like, okay, I know I've heard of Liquid IV, I've heard of Gatorade, and being able to compare like that, I think has been really helpful for them and educational.
Yeah, it's been super cool to see them in Targets and other big box stores as well. It's been really fun. And yeah, if you haven't checked out their products, I highly recommend it. But I know we're right at time. So I dropped Bailee's email in the chat. Please feel free to follow up with her. She's truly an expert. She works with some of the top D2C brands in the space. So please use her for a resource for any questions that you might have. And Bailee, we're so lucky to have you today. So thank you so much for joining us.
Yeah, thank you.
Awesome. And then everyone, feel free to head to the next session. And thank you, Bailee.